Hi there, Nigel Saunders here. Today we're at Rattlesnake Point Conservation Area and we're searching for some of Canada's oldest trees. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone. Julian and I are just heading out on the Buffalo Craig Trail, 3-kilometer loop. Here we go. Follow the yellow arrows. Here's an ancient cedar growing off the edge of the cliff. This tree has a large deadwood top and then some live veins growing on just the one side. And you can see the characteristic cedar type branch junction. And it just grows out of the rocks down here. There's a big old cedar down at the bottom. There's some ancient caves that Julian's going to explore. This is what we came for, these giant ancient cedar trees. So this cedar straddles a crevice that goes way down there. So it's like a living bridge. Let's go have a look at the roots. And I'm being very careful not to fall down here because it's very steep. See how the roots are clinging to the rock? Just amazing. And the size of this trunk is just incredible. Reaching out over the edge of the cliff. The canopy is way up there. Here's another cedar growing on the edge. You can see the root, it grows really far into the forest. And the rest of the roots are just gripping on. Beautiful tree. Here's the base of that tree. A lot of it's quite hollow, but the live vein grows up and grows a new trunk. There's those nice cedar branches. Just a beautiful tree. There's a couple more over here. Here's Julian enjoying the view from the top of the cliff. Here's a cedar tree growing at the edge. Nice old one. Here's that cedar from the top. You can see the large horizontal trunk coming out. Here's a beautiful cedar with more of a typical root flare. And then beside it is some of the nicest deadwood I've ever seen. See how that twists? Yeah, just really cool. Here's a cherry tree growing on top of a rock. Really nice texture to the roots. Here's a really nice rock formation overlooking the edge. Here's an old cedar. Here's a nice natural set of stairs made of stone. Here's some cedars all growing near the edge. A nice one over there we've got to go take a look at. Now that's living on the edge. Here's a view from the top of the mountain, looking out. Here's a couple of oak trees that have really nice root bases and bark texture. Here's the root base of an old cedar that's tipped over long ago. Just a skeleton now. Here's a shot of some of the really beautiful scenery in this area. Here's a shot of some of the deadwood, sort of a hollow deadwood trunk. You can see the way the live veins just grip the deadwood. Nice twisty branches. There's Julian taking some pictures. Here's some old dead trees. Looks like they've kind of fallen off the edge. Here's a shot of a cedar growing right out of the rock face. Just amazing. We're getting into some really good cedar country here. We're also near the edge. Here's some nice cedar roots gripping the rocks. Here's some nice cedar roots again. Here's a cedar that's actually growing out of the rocks, among the rocks. Really nice ancient old tree. Another one over here that's really nice. Here's two grand old cedars. Gotta be some of the oldest ones I've seen. You can see how thick the trunk is on them. Right at the edge of the cliff. Big old tree. And they always shoot straight up if they can. Here's a shot of the woods on the other side of the cliff face. Beautiful fall colors coming. Not all the cedars here are falling over the edge. Here's one that's just going straight up. Here's a nice natural twisty trunk tree. More nice cedar roots. Here's some nice cedar roots in amongst the moss. Here's a little rocky grove of cedars. Here's a natural root over rock cedar. Here's a cedar with a nice radial root base. I would be very proud to have that as a bonsai. Here's 3 cedars with nice radial root bases. Here's a natural Penjing landscape. Just beautiful. Here's a good root over rock. Here's some good buttress roots. Here's a nice twisty trunk. What's that? Here's a tree with a natural buttressing ribbon type root. It's an oak tree. Here's a large eastern white pine. Here's a really nice root base up here. Not sure what kind of tree it is. I think it's a maple. Yeah, it is. It's really big though. Here's some nice roots growing across the pathway.